How's it going, everybody? Well, I'm here, and you're here too. JW's Radio. It's Saturday morning. That's what that means. So thanks for tuning in, and we got some really cool stuff. I am using my phone to record this, so I didn't get the names to do the shout outs, so I do apologize there. But we're gonna have to roll without it this time. I'm sure that's okay with most of you, right? So you got your coffee and everything, and I know that most of you know that I know. How confusing is that? You know that I know that you're watching. But yes, as we talked last time, no kidding, we did actually go to uh, Olive Garden to have dinner just to upload this video. So may have to do that again. Anyway, I got some cool things to talk about, and this time around, I guess to talk a little bit about as the channel's coming around here. You know, I mean, we got 3 years and going in the channel and doing a lot of stuff, a lot of reviews, and a lot of past videos. Even myself, I look at those videos, some of the ones from the past, and I go, man, I can't believe how long ago that was. Doing wow, 2 years ago on this video, or it's so, and it kind of got it. It kind of reminds me, like, hey, we just hit 3 years in January or July. I'm sorry, July. So not very long ago, we hit 3 years. So that's pretty amazing. I got some cool stuff. You can see probably as Harbor Freight little one of those coupon booklets, but there is something underneath there that we're going to talk about. Kind of a little throwback to the way these things used to be. One of the cool things is I wanted to talk about this, and you guys have seen me. There's been hand grenades here and there, or dummy grenades, that is. There's nothing in there. But these things have always been cool to me. I love these. The fascination with these things are so neat just to have them on your desk or whatever, inert, of course. Definitely would not want a live one. Uh, but the looks of them. Now, I'm kind of a stickler for like detail and having certain ones. Like if you remember the video I did with the Smith and Wesson pre-Model 10 Snubby, that was a big thing. It was like I gotta get that pre-Model 10 because as I was watching the movie that it made me want one. I said, man, the one I got is not that one. What's up here? What's going on? So I had to chase after the real one. So this is another one of those things where the look of this grenade, you can see it there. Been doing these videos a little bit different now. Hopefully you can see better. But check that out. This is a lot different than what I've actually had before. This is a really well detailed one. The bumps, I guess you could say, are really pronounced. They're not rounded off and squared. They are slightly squared, but you can see there's even a stamp there, and I believe that just means it's a fake grenade. There's still a cast mark where they made it, but it's not heavy, and it doesn't look like somebody took a belt grinder or something to it. And then there's like these things cut out at the top right here. Just the whole look of this thing is just different from your usual ones. And I've been to like the surplus stores and I've seen them, the paperweights that they sell. They're just quite not like that. So when I was at this gun show and I saw that, and I said, wow, that's a real throwback. That's like a really older, it's a definitely older dummy grenade, sort of say. So I definitely had to pick it up. I think I picked it up for like $15 or something like that. Yeah, I think so. I think the guy wanted 20 for it. I think I offered him 15 and he took it. That's what I really like about gun shows. Gun shows and pawn shops, because you're able to literally wheel and deal with these people. They will come out and just say, yeah, yes or no. Like, okay, yeah, oh, you want 15 for that? Okay, sure. How I scored a couple of my guns. Had a comment actually and says, BATJAC J.W. must be wealthy. Actually, no. I wish I was, because I'd have 10 times or 100 times more of the collection I do. I am just one of those guys that literally holds out and sniffs out that deal and tries to find it for that ultimate price that is going to be like, wow, I really picked this thing up for a good price. That's what I'm looking for. I'm always looking for that stuff. So I'm always, holding out for that deal. Back when I was living in Hawaii, of course, Gunbroker being the only place I could go to really find some of this stuff at a good price, I would sit there and go through day after day and, just page and page, and wait till I found one that was just out of this world price, you know, that I couldn't turn up. Um, so a good example of one of those is the 8 and 3/8 Smith and Wesson Model 29 I got. Now that one was two. I think there was two or three pictures, terrible pictures of the gun on the auction, and the guy was selling it for like $700. I think it was 750. My buddy that got it for me talked him down to seven or something. Or in the end, I think after shipping and everything, it was $700. So I went with the instinct. Now this gun had this scope ring thing mounted to the top of it, which I didn't like, and I I read in his description he said he had the original sights. So okay, that was a plus. Original sights, and he had a box. He had the box with it. Oh, so generally that is another little tip to pick up on. If the guy's got the original box when they're selling it used, that's a good sign. It means usually they took care of the stuff. They didn't just get the thing, throw the box away, and go yay, and start doing all kinds of crazy stuff with it, and you know, making it a little bit worse in wear and condition. Now, on this one, because I couldn't really exactly get my hands on it through the picture. You know, it's like trying to get at this screen, but there's a screen dividing us. But anyhow, I went with back to some of the things that I just kind of resorted to in knowledge on these things. I don't know everything, I don't claim to, but I looked at the cylinder, and lockup to lockup, from what I could make out from the photos, there was not a heavy drag line. That drag line is caused by, in the frame, where that hand comes up and rotates around and locks up, it drags on the cylinder. That's inherent on a revolver. Blued revolvers will show it, that there's a heavy drag line in the back there. So that could indicate a couple of things. It could indicate that somebody probably opened and closed that cylinder a lot and played with the gun a lot. Hopefully not, you know, doing the old spinning the cylinder and snapping it shut kind of thing. So whenever it has a heavy drag line, be cautious. It says either one of those things. Either they played with the gun a lot, that gun maybe got abused a little bit with the cylinder slapping, or it's been shot a lot. So at that point, check the side to side and forward the end shake on the cylinder. So, but this one did not. This one did not have that heavy drag line. So that was the instinct I went with, and I said, okay, maybe it's good to go. So I went ahead and got it. And yes, when I got it in the mail, score right on for BATJAC J.W. Even my buddy, they brought it in for me, says, man, this thing is in immaculate condition. It's great. You really scored on that one. So the other thing to look at, if you got the gun in front of you, look at those lockup notches. If it does have that heavy turn ring, if they're kind of marred up a little bit, that means somebody was probably slapping that cylinder in there. Because what it's doing is it's moving around. When it gets in there, and eventually when it hits that stop, that lockup hand on the bottom, it's just jarring up. It's just one of the worst things you can do to a revolver, especially classic ones. I mean, or any revolver for that matter. I like revolvers, so that's just my thing. But anyhow, what we're going to talk about is, yes, you can probably tell already what it is. This, I brought it out because just kind of taking in all the stuff here in the channel. This is my Walther PPK in 22, right there. That's the first real PPK I've ever bought. And of course now I got the 1 in 380. So, but this was the PPK I owned in 22. And why did I bring this thing out today? Because it's kind of special on the channel. It is, for me. It's kind of a special one here on the channel, because this gun, the video I did with it, where I was testing out Remington Viper ammo in 22, obviously, it had grown over 200,000 views. Could not, for the life of me, ever figure out how that happened and why that happened. But it was the video that led this channel, and I think has gotten a lot of traffic to the channel, because that video with over 200,000 views on it, that's pretty amazing. Amazing for me, because starting this channel 3 years ago, never would have imagined hitting any type of numbers like that. But it has, and I've been keep going, and this is the gun that did it. This is the gun from that video, and it's right here. It's a little more worn now. The finish is getting worn on it, because I've actually shot and played with this gun a lot. It's, you know, because of James Bond and everything. So this is cool because it kind of marks something for the channel. And here the gun is right here. And of course, there's other guns on there that have done the same, same in view counts, and got a lot of traffic to it. But this one there stands out because it broke 200,000 views. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty cool to have it, and here it is, and still, you know, keep it. So it kind of makes you want to hang on to these guns that have done that. For me, at least, it, you know, obviously it only means something to me, but yeah, it's kind of like a that Kimber that I got. You know, that we did the rain test and everything with. So anyhow, if you want to hear more of that stuff, or you know, me bring out some of the guns that have got real popular on this channel, of course, they are the real star of BATJAC J.W.'s channel. Is the firearms. I just happen to host it and kind of show it and talk about it. But yeah, if you wanted me to bring out more of them and talk about a little bit more of them, a little bit more backstory, let me know in the comments below, and we'll do so. So anyhow, I'm gonna get out of here and get going. But again, you know, another word out. If you happen to come across me in town here, you know, say hello. Don't be afraid. I'm a down to earth guy, so you know, if you got, you know, we can talk story or whatever. And thanks for watching. I always appreciate you being here in the channel. So thank you, and I will see you guys later. I'm gonna get out of here.